everyone, and this is Stacy B, and this is a race playback. This is from a recent advanced Mazda Cup race, and I'm racing with a team member, Scott Feltenhouse, and he wasn't in this race particularly, but we're both trying to set up the cars and race the season. I'm just using the base setup on this car, baseline setup, no tweaks to it whatsoever. Um, the funny story about that is I forgot that I could even tweak the car because I'm used to doing setup races, fixed setup races. And so what I'm going to show you guys here is a really intense race where I started out in 6th and then I made it all the way back to 10th because I had a crossover the track, and then I worked my way back up, and I believe I finished 5th. So it was pretty grueling, and there's a lot of action. So this is going to be the qualifying right here. And normally, what I would do is I would just qualify in the rear, so I'd drive around the track and just get a really low time, or high time, I guess it would be to put me in the back. And then you start from the back and work my way up, and then that way, I'm not trying to get tangled up in really the fast guys on the first top 10 drivers. But in this particular case, I felt pretty good about my lap times, seeing what the other lap times were, and decided since I'm racing a series and I'm going for points, I might as well try to actually do some actual laps and qualifying and stuff like that, uh, and not try to, I guess you could say, um, it's not sandbagging per se, like a lot of the people would possibly be doing, but just making sure I put in good times and just kind of fight my way through it and see what results I get. So here's my qualifying session, and I actually have to admit that I actually like this um, Autodrome, Autodromo Jose Carlos racetrack. I mean, it's got a lot of technical turns to it, and it's one of these tracks where you just kind of like you really have to finesse your way around it and figure out like where the braking zones are and where you're supposed to be turning in at, and where you can get on the throttle, and there's a lot of thinking on this track to set yourself up so that you can make good lap times. And I decided, like I said, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna try and put in my best lap times on qualifying, put myself in the crowd of the fast people, and basically just see what happens, right? And so that's what I'm doing right now. Just on my out lap. So my out lap is, just warm up the car, warm up the tires, and then I'm gonna get the green flag right here at the line, and it's gonna start my first lap. So let's see. Nice crossover, get on it straight, and I believe the timer's going. So some really late deep braking there, because lots of rubber on the tires. So I figured I'd have enough braking to really brake late going through there. That's pretty clean. Let's see, doesn't say 154.6 ended up being my qualifying time. I think I did that on this lap, and then my second lap was actually slower. So let's see, what is this? A back straight? Yeah, this one's pretty crazy. So slide, you can hear that thing. I'm just sliding that through there. Yeah, I was really surprised to see too that on the camber of the base setup was like 3.2 negative degrees. So I was like, wow, that's really aggressive negative camber. But I guess because of the suspension compression, you know, you make the suspension softer so that there's more rollover on the car, and so it still gives me a pretty good contact patch once the car transitions its weight over onto that tire. And so here I am climbing up the hill, uh, trying to get to the top here as fast as I can. Let the car roll out. Look at that, I even grabbed a little bit of dirt. I was hoping that it didn't count as a mark against me, you know, a 1X or something. Because I really let the car run out there to try and get the fastest speed possible. And then going in for my second lap. See, I like the way I entered that turn a little better than the last one. A little more aggressive. A little more initial turn in that helped me get through there. And then just like once again, let the car track out. Get some good speed. Let me pull us in here. And then find my braking zone right about that 50 marker just above. About 2 gears down. Yeah, see, it wasn't quite. I think I slowed down a little too much through there because I should have tracked out a little bit further before being able to pull the car in. And so now inside, just trying to get that grip, be able to put the power back down. And then 2 gears here. 1. Huh, must have did 2 instantly. Like, and then, yep, up to 3rd, right here, climbing up the hill. And then back down 2nd. And there you go. And you gotta swing out. And then you can just keep it floored and just kind of a slight steering angle here. If you're way out here and it doesn't give you a 1X, cut in and grab a little bit of that corner there, track it out, climb back up the hill. And really close up on that inside corner there. So, well, and I think this actually finishes it up, right? Oh no, looks like I'm either doing another lap or I'm just, no, okay, yeah. I usually try to just, you know, cool myself down, just like I normally would on a real racetrack, is once you're done working the crap out of the car, basically, you'd kind of, you know, settle down, you know, bring down the speed, you know, just go through a couple turns and stuff and drive the car around, let the car cool down a bit. And so that's, you know, old habits are hard to break. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't know if I do a whole nother lap or not. I might not. We'll have to see. So, or this might be too, is I haven't spent a lot of laps on this course. So the more track time that I can have, the more I can just kind of like go through the racing line again and figure out, you know, muscle memory, basically. So keep going through the motions, once it gets into your head, then you know exactly what you got to do. You know, like as soon as I get to that last patch right there, that's where I know where I let off the brakes and start turning in. And then up the hill, and so this is like a half speed kind of, you know, just kind of going through the motions. So like, you know, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, this is where I want the car, this is where I want to put this and put that. It's like, if I have to come into the pits, how fast can I come into the pits before I drop all the speed, and can I make it to the cone and have all my speed drop down so I don't get a penalty? So, you know, you can practice that stuff too. Alright, so now the fun part. So qualifying's over, and you know, I look at my results. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. I'm right there, right?